Does the internet make you angry sometimes? Yeah, turns out that's exactly what it's best at. Anthony here for D News, and new research out of Beihang University in China showed that anger is the emotion most likely to spread through the internet. For 6 months in 2010, researchers monitored Weibo, which is kind of a China-specific Twitter with 500 million users and 100 million status updates a day. They tracked updates with different emotional content: joy, sadness, anger, and disgust. And then they looked at the fallout from those updates. If someone tweeted something sad, how likely was it that their friends would also post something sad but unrelated afterwards? Which sentiments got passed around, reposted, or just affected others the most? The answer? Anger, by a long shot. Sadness and disgust hardly had enough of an emotional ripple effect on someone's social network to measure. Joy was slightly higher, but angry tweets caused a chain reaction of about 3 additional tweets within a social network. I post something angry, then my friend does, then his friend does, and we all do it without realizing the influence that it has on us. Now, this was only done on Weibo, so we don't really know if it's a cultural thing, or maybe even just a Weibo thing. Maybe Weibo users are just mad. But it does feel like anger spreads pretty quickly on the internet, right? Well, studying empathy and emotion online is a budding field with a lot of early theory and just a few studies, but the findings so far have been interesting. Some studies say that the anonymity of the internet causes people to leave angrier comments and be more willing to respond in an emotionally uninhibited way. But others say that anonymity has never really affected self-awareness in any other medium, so it shouldn't online. You know, we also use a lot of visual and auditory cues to understand somebody in person that we just can't use online. Stripping someone's tone of voice or body language away from a situation can cause us to read more strongly into any written cues, right? So we see an angry word like hate in a comment, and we imagine it delivered in just the angriest way possible. And it's in our nature to heighten emotion and jump into things. We've talked a bit about mirror neurons and our amygdala before. These are the bits of our brain that fire when we see someone else doing something. We use them to learn about other people and figure out how to respond appropriately. They create empathy. So if we read something and feel that someone we care about is angry, that affects us. But why doesn't sadness or joy spread as fast then? Well, in Trace's video about internet trolls, he talked about motivational reasoning, how our brain is wired to react emotionally long before the logical cognitive bits can even get involved. And anger is an emotion which tends to cause impulsive action, which might explain why it spreads more. Obviously, a lot of early research, but very interesting stuff. This is how we communicate now. We should pay more attention to how it's affecting us. I try to picture everything I read online in the voice of Stephen Hawking's little speech box, because it strips a lot of that false emotional inference out of things and also makes me feel like Stephen Hawking is my friend. Does the internet make you angry? What do you do about it? Let us know down in the non-angry, totally joyful comments below, and subscribe for more D News.